Rufus boy, let me love boy, what you know. Rufus boy, let me love boy, what you know. Rufus boy, let me love boy, what you know.
I realized after a while it doesn't matter what we're reading, as long as we're reading something, writing about it, and talking about it. And so I decided, well, I sat back and thought through, what's really relevant, what is it these guys really need to know. And one of the books that came with this classic package was The Worst Case Scenario, and it's a survival handbook. All the chapters are real short, about 3 pages long. They're illustrated. And it's what to do if you are confronted by a bear. What do you do if you're confronted by a mountain lion? And a lot of it's really very, actually, it's probably the most relevant material I've ever taught. Because to be honest with you, all of us can go to our grave without learning what latotes means. It's understatement. The advantage of fiction is it puts a face on a situation, and it deals a lot more with what's going on down here, the human situation. And so a lot of times a work of fiction can bring a situation to life, whereas just reading a manual or textbook doesn't. So about 3 years ago I expanded it to include first aid, because again, I think that's stuff that we need to know, and I used probably 5 or 6 of the most common emergency situations. Then the other component that I finally included was, I was very concerned about the young women in my class in particular, because by the time you're 22, you have a 1 in 4 chance of having been sexually assaulted. And I don't mean to make anyone uncomfortable, that's just a statistic. And so I included a whole session on how to avoid compromising situations, and if you find yourself in a compromising situation, what do you do to respond? And in fact, since there are 2 women here interviewing me, we're going to turn the cameras on, put them on you, and I'm going to show you a couple techniques for getting out of compromising situations, okay? Now, if you have found yourself in a compromising situation, you said, excuse me, I'm uncomfortable, are you following me, can I help you? And if the person continues to violate your personal space and you feel uncomfortable, obviously you can turn and get away right now, but if anybody ever grabs you, what do?
Pull away?
Pull away. Go ahead, pull away. That's not helping you much, okay? Grab my arm. This is what you do. You break their grip, okay? Because your thumb is the weakest part of your grip. All I do is bring my arm up like this. It's a very simple thing, okay? Now, this might be at a dance where you feel uncomfortable. Some guy comes up and says, hey, you want to dance? No thanks. So it doesn't have to be a threatening thing.
Yeah.
But now if we're on the street and I've grabbed you, bring your elbow up and leave it there. And that's now a defensive weapon for you. And that's a very good weapon. Okay. So there are lots of different things you can do, and I try to keep it as simple as possible. Go ahead and choke me.
All right.
All right. My goal is to get away, so all I'm going to do is I do this and I swim out. Right? But this gets me out of the situation. That's what you're going to do now. All right. Throw an arm up like you're swimming. Go the other way. That's all you do, because I can't hold on to you. But those are some of the hands-on things we do. All right. And then we bring in the anti-dolls for the first aid and do the Heimlich maneuver and CPR. And those are the ones you need the dolls for, and the others are just showing scenarios and then showing how to react. So that's it.